If you sit in the same spot without changing positions for even an hour, your legs will begin to feel weird. It's a strange sensation. Some people feel ticklish, while others complain of pain or discomfort. Some people feel an uncontrollable urge to move their feet, and still others partially lose sensation in their legs. However, when we sleep, we usually lie down and remain generally still for 6 to 7 hours. However, this doesn't seem to lead to the same symptoms mentioned above. Sitting completely still for a few hours can cause a discomfort or even lead to potentially deadly blood clots in the body. So why is sleeping any different? To begin with, the heart is the most important part of the human circulatory system. After leaving the heart, blood enters the aorta and arterial system. Arteries are much thicker than veins because they consist of thick layers of muscle and elastic fibers. This thickness of the arteries is very important, as they must withstand the pressure of the heart constantly pumping blood through them. Their elasticity is critical for pushing the blood and allowing it to flow smoothly. After passing through the capillaries, the thinnest type of blood vessel, the blood enters the venous system before returning to the lungs and heart. The venous system contains veins that are floppy tubes with valves that prevent the backflow of blood. Veins are significantly thinner than arteries, and therefore rely on the contraction of the skeletal muscles, the same muscles that you use while walking, to ensure proper blood flow when the blood has to flow against gravity. Because blood in the veins has to work against gravity to move upwards towards the heart and lungs, the blood may not move fast enough when one remains in a sitting position for an extended period. This could trigger the clotting mechanisms in the body, potentially forming a blood clot, scientifically known as a thrombus. While lying down, your legs are more or less level with the heart. As a result, the blood doesn't have to fight gravity to reach the lungs and heart, so the return flow of the blood becomes relatively easier. However, you can't lie down forever. Gravity is partially alleviated when lying down, making it less problematic for 8 to 15 hours. But if you stay in the same supine position for more than 20 hours, you may begin to experience problems. Doctors consider this issue when treating bedridden patients, so that blood clots don't develop in their limbs. When you are in a seated position for an extended period of time, such as on a long road trip, the skeletal muscle activity is low. Your legs don't move much and are typically bent. As such, the blood flow must fight against gravity, which can potentially lead to the formation of clots. Such a blood clot is dangerous because it can float through the veins and reach the lungs, where it could do real damage, a condition called pulmonary embolism, before it's treated. Therefore, it is always recommended that you get up frequently and move around while traveling on particularly long drives, flights, or bus and train journeys.